Hello friends, welcome back to my Q3 2022 forecast review series. Hopefully you're watching this in a playlist so you can watch all these videos in a row once they have all gone public. What I'm going to do next is share my desktop and pick up where we left off in part 1. So part 2 advances us to the next slide in my forecast thread that I tweeted out a week ago. This one is a sexy chart. It's showing just the sales of model S3, X, and Y. So similar to what I was describing on the previous page, this chart, this is just a good way of visualizing how much Tesla's deliveries are growing over time with, in this case, a quarterly stacked bar chart. So you see the most recent quarter that Tesla has reported as of the date of recording, Q2 2022, a little lower here, 250,000. That's less than it was the quarter before and the quarter before that. What does that mean? Does that mean Tesla is doomed? Demand cliff, etc.? All the Tesla Q talking points from 2018? No, that was just the Shanghai lockdowns doing that. So I expect quick return to record highs and then much higher records going forward each quarter as Tesla ramps production really at all 4 of their production facilities across the world. Fremont and Shanghai and Berlin and Austin should all be producing more vehicles each quarter as time goes on, barring force majeure. So just another chart here that illustrates that point. I'll move on to the next one. This is just Model 3 and Model Y, and instead of orienting these vertically, I have them stretched out horizontally. So the point of showing this is to counter the claims from folks who say Model 3 is a dead product or Model 3 isn't growing anymore. Well, Model 3 is one of the top-selling electric vehicles in the world, second only to the Model Y. And so the Model Y is in gray here, the Model 3 is in white. So you can see these Model Y numbers will continue to advance and stretch across as we across the slide as we advance through time, and it gets produced at Austin and Berlin. And as Shanghai builds a new factory to make Model Y. This is the #1 passenger vehicle type by sales in the world. Crossover SUVs, midsize SUVs, are a very popular form factor. But Tesla will still be growing Model 3 sales in that luxury sports sedan category that isn't as popular, but Tesla is going to continue to own that segment, not just for electric vehicles, but for all luxury vehicles as time goes by. Next, we have a slide here showing total quarterly production and deliveries. So there have been times in the past where these were not following each other very closely, with either a lot of inventory left over at the end of a quarter due to logistics challenges, or with a lot more vehicles being delivered during a quarter than were produced, etc. As that inventory clears. But Tesla has been keeping this relationship really tight on an absolute value basis here. You can see these the relationship between production and deliveries has been very close as Tesla has been able to manage and keep down the number of days sales in closing inventory. So when you count your ending inventory, you divide that by the production that you had during that quarter. Hey, how many days worth of sales were in our ending inventory? That number keeps getting smaller, down to about 3 or 4 these days. So remarkable logistics and inventory management from Tesla, which I expect to continue into the future as all of those factories ramp up. Next, slide showing adjusted EBITDA. So this is a profit metric, not a deliveries metric, but you can see it's the same general trend as the production. So yes, the more vehicles you make, the more profitable you can be, provided that your gross margin doesn't erode. Tesla's gross margin will improve as their production increases in my forecast because the full self-driving software suite ought to continue to get better over time. And the more features FSD offers and delivers to the fleet, the more attractive that product should be, meaning both more people will buy it as a percent of total sales, so the take rate increases, and Tesla will be able to continue to raise the price of that product. Elon announced that there's a $15,000 price point coming for FSD. As of today's date of recording, you can still get FSD for only $12,000. That's a $3,000 price increase. I expect further price increases to occur and for those take rates to increase, and all of that money flows straight through to the bottom line. So the flow through on FSD price increases is near 100%, which is great for your business if you have a business where you can sell software at ever higher prices and get people to buy it. And Tesla has such a business. That's my forecast for the future, is that the profit will increase with these volume increases and with profit margin increases that result not only from driving down costs per vehicle to improve gross margin separately from FSD, but with FSD being the most significant driver of profit margin increases as time goes by. That's all I wanted to say for this video, so I will click the outro button and say if you've enjoyed today's video, you could click the like button or the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to my channel. And I will see you in part 3 of my forecast review series.